Okay, so to make a cappuccino, it's very similar to the latte, but the main exception is that you're going to have a lot more foam in the cappuccino. So, to start out, it's very similar. I have the espresso here already, and just as before, I'm going to take the milk and pour it into the cup, and you can use whatever kind of milk you want. I'm using 2% here, and we're going to pour in about 4 to 6 ounces or so. And I'm just going to take it over, and I'm going to make sure that before I turn the switch I have the stem in there pretty far in. Okay, so now I'm going to flip the switch so that the steam and the foam will come out, and I'm going to wait for the pressure to build up in there, and I want to make sure that I get it hot enough before I start making the foam. And I'm keeping the stem in there far enough because if I take it out too far it'll start splashing. Now I'm just going to wait for it to warm up here and move it around a little bit to spread it out. And now that it's getting to a good temperature, I'm going to move the stem closer to the top of the liquid, which will create the bubbles, because if I keep it in I won't get as much foam, but the foam forms when the stem is close to the top of it, so you can see all the foam that's starting and you can hear it. That's because the stem is closer to the top, and we're getting a good amount of foam here. We'll get a little bit more, and that should be pretty good. So I'm just going to turn it back, let the steam come out, and then I'm going to carry it over here. And again, we'll wipe off the end of that. And I got my espresso here. So as before, I'm going to still put some milk in, but I'm going to keep the spoon here. We're not going to be putting in as much milk, only about 3 to 5 ounces or so. We'll stop right about there. And if you get, if it's close enough to the bottom, sometimes you can just pour the steam in. I'm going to scoop it out because I still have a good amount of milk in there. And so like before, the main difference between the latte and the cappuccino is all the foam that you get, which we get a lot of it here. And of course, if you get creative, you can do all kinds of different art, but really a lot of steam foam here. And you can add as much as you want, and you've got yourself a cappuccino.